Today, in the Mountaintop Kitchen, we're baking tall Campfire peanut butter cloud cookies. Thick, gooey marshmallow centers, crisp edges, and that bakery-style rise straight from your freezer. Let's get them in the oven. Okay, so let's get started with these Campfire peanut butter New York-style cloud cookies. Okay, all right, so we have, oh, by the way, before we do get started, I'm Stone, and welcome to the Mountaintop Kitchen. We already have some butter in our mixing bowl, and to that we're going to add our peanut butter. Now we just want to mix this till it's a little bit aerated. We don't want to get it overly mixed. And let's just give our butter and our peanut butter a quick mix on slow. Okay, now that our butter and our peanut butter are mixed together, we're going to add in our sugars. So we have some white sugar, granulated sugar, and we have some brown. Now you can use light brown or dark brown sugar here. That choice is yours, whatever you have handy. And we're going to mix this in just till it's aerated. We do not want to whip it. Okay, next we're going to get our eggs in one by one. I don't know about you, but I absolutely love peanut butter cookies. They are my favorite. These are going to be peanut butter cookies on steroids, I promise you. Okay, so in the bowl with our eggs, one at a time. And last egg. And I actually am using Reese's peanut butter in this recipe because, I don't know, I love Reese's. Okay, so that's mixed well. Next, we are going to clean up a bit over here and get in our dry ingredients. So we have some flour. Let's go ahead and get that here. Some salt, baking powder, and baking soda. So let's get all of that into our flour and give it a nice little whisk. Okay, I think that's good enough. And now let's add the flour to our wet ingredients. We're just gonna dump this in, all of it. And just, you don't want to over whip or over beat after you put in flour for cakes and cookies because you'll develop that gluten and make your cookies just a little tough, and we don't want that. Okay, so I'm just going to pulse this because I don't want my flour flying out everywhere. Okay, I'm just going to mix it until I see no more dry streaks. And that's about right now. And even if there are a few more dry streaks, that's okay because we have to add in now our add-ins. Oops, before we add in those add-ins, I forgot the vanilla. I always do that for some reason. So I'm just going to quickly put this on stir and get the vanilla in there and let it mix in. Now we can add in the add-ins. Okay, we're almost done. We're almost done now. We're going to go ahead and fold in our add-ins. We have some of these lovely Reese's peanut butter chips. They go in. We have some chopped up salted and roasted peanuts. Now I'm using the Spanish nuts, and I kind of got most of the skins off, but I really like the flavor of these better than the regular roasted nuts. But you can use whatever kind you can find. And I've chopped them up a little bit, but not a whole lot because we don't want to make our batter muddy. So in they go. And then our frozen mini marshmallows. Now these are large marshmallows that I cut up and froze because, again, here where I live, mini marshmallows are a rare find. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and fold these in gently to the batter. Just fold on in. Okay, we're back, and I just popped the dough in the fridge for about 30 minutes just to firm it up a little bit and make it easier to shape. Now, we have enough dough at about 125 grams each dough cookie ball to make about 10 cookies. So that's what we're going to do. Now, you can make smaller and you can make bigger. That's up to you. But you will have to adjust the baking time if you make them a lot smaller, like half the size, or even a lot bigger. But we're going to do 125 grams, and I'll show you how big that looks, and that will give us about 10 cookies. Okay, so I have my trusty scale here. So I'm just going to portion this out until I have 125 grams. These are going to be big cookies. Remember, they're New York-style cookies. So they're going to be pretty big. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, we're about at 125 there. And I'm going to kind of form these not into a complete circle, but I kind of want them to be like a little bit taller than they are wide. I'm just going to plop that in there. Next one. Oop, too much. I'm going to speed this up so you don't have to painfully watch me form all of these dough balls. And number 10. We'll just leave that one right here for now. And next we have some extra mini marshmallows here that we're just going to plop on top of these here and there, because we want them to be highlighted when we bake. So I have about, maybe enough to put about 3 on the tops of all of these. Okay. And we have 2 for this one sitting here. Okay, so I'm just going to pop these into the freezer overnight, and we'll be back tomorrow to bake them. You're going to love these cookies, I promise. If you're a peanut butter lover like I am, these are dangerously delicious. Let's get these into the freezer. Okay, we have taken our frozen dough balls out of the freezer, and we're getting ready to bake them. It's the next day. Now you can bake these in the same day that you make them, let them freeze for a few hours. We let ours freeze overnight. Now these are really big cookies. In fact, I have one that I baked in advance for you, and you can see against my hand just how big it is. This cookie is peanuts on steroids, peanut butter on steroids. It has peanut butter, it has peanuts, and it has Reese's peanut butter chips inside. Not to mention marshmallows and some other stuff. But isn't that tasty looking? Now, if the marshmallows on top don't get toasted enough for you, you can just use a kitchen torch to toast them up a little bit more. This is what you're looking forward to. And my God. If you are a peanut butter lover like I am, you are going to love these cookies. Okay, so let's get these onto the tray. You do need to have them spread out on a half sheet. We can only get, about 6 on here. So let's get them out one by one onto our tray. There we go. Now, these will be big, as you can see, so you need to leave a lot of space between them. In fact, maybe about the size of this cookie ring here. As you can see, that should be good enough, because they will spread, obviously, a little bit. Now, I also have this ring out because when they come out of the oven, we're going to make them nice and round by playing this little trick. Okay, so let's get these into the oven, and we'll be right back. Okay, our cookies are out of the oven. Our Campfire peanut butter New York style cloud cookies are out of the oven. All right, so last thing we need to do is just make sure that these are round. So we're just going to do this little trick here. And look at that. And for a final touch, we can top these with some flaky sea salt, which is what we're going to do. Oh my God. Look at that. Flaky sea salt is the thing that's going to really pop that flavor. Perfect. Let's let these sit on the sheet for about 10 more minutes to let them finish baking completely, and then we'll move them over to a cooling rack. And then we're going to try them out. Well, we're back. Our cookies, our Campfire peanut butter New York style cloud cookies are done. They have cooled down on the rack and we are ready to try them. So I have one right here. Let's go ahead and give this a try, shall we? Let's break it open first and see what's on the inside. Oh my God, look at that. Let's give it a bite. Oh, yeah, that looks so good. You can see the melty marshmallows inside, the toasted marshmallows on top. And you can see the peanuts inside. This is going to be awesome. So good. So super good. Yum. I'm going to take another bite. And, you know, if you like this recipe, please like, subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Substack newsletter. Comment, share. It really helps to get the word out and helps the algorithm. So please help us out in that way. And also, if you like this recipe, this awesome cookie recipe, how about trying out this one right up here? I think you're going to like it too. And thanks for stopping by the Mountaintop Kitchen today. I'm going to keep on eating. You know, I always do that. Oh my God. Make these. You won't regret it. If you're a peanut butter lover, make them. See you next time.